So I got up early this morning so that way I could get a lot of stuff done in the garden. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. There's no wind, the birds are singing, and it's nice and cool. So I'm hoping to get a lot of work done. Okay, as you can see, I started doing the Florida weave on my tomatoes last night. I am really impressed on how well it holds them up. So I'm going to work on weaving the twine through the rest of them. And then also, when Dylan and Michael put up the hay last night, they sorted out a few hay bales for me to start mulching with. So basically, when you do the Florida weave, you tie a rope or string from one post to the other just like this. You make sure that they're stretched nice and tight. These could have been stretched a little more, but anyway, it'll work. And then as the tomato grows, you open it up and put the tomato in here. And then on the other tomato down here, when it grows, I will twist it the opposite way and put them in there. So basically they would cross like that and hold the tomatoes up. Okay, so now since my tomatoes are so big, I'm going to go ahead and weave it in between them. You want to be sure you pull it as tight as you can. And then you just weave it the opposite that you did the first time. Then you stretch it as tight as you can and tie it. Now you just go through and adjust the string so that way it will hold up your tomatoes. So now I'm just doing some general cleanup around the garden and pulling some weeds. And I wanted to show you this. See these big weeds right back here? I'm going to pull them out, and they are so easy to pull out because they are just growing in the mulch. Next, I'm going to get rid of all of these weeds right here and mulch the peppers and the zucchini on down there. I decided to take a short break and fix a quick brunch. So I fried up a couple of eggs and sauteed some green peppers, onions, and Swiss chard. It is a beautiful evening. There's no wind again. It's calm, peaceful. Thought I'd do a quick walkthrough on the garden to show you what all I did earlier today. Got the cantaloupe mulched. They needed some water really bad. They almost died on me. It's really difficult because we've had so much rain lately that I really thought that the garden was doing all right. But then all of a sudden it got really hot and everything dried out really fast. So I've been having to make up for lost time on the watering. Same way with the potatoes. I noticed that they were starting to look wilty. And I happened to dig one up today just to see what it was like, and man, oh my, it is dry in there. So I watered them, and I really need to water them some more. And I'm sure the tomatoes need watering too, because under that black plastic, it is hard as a rock. So I got this whole row all cleaned up and mulched. Zucchinis are starting to bloom. I just have to show you this over here. Those right there are radishes, and they are blooming. We planted way more than we could keep up with on eating, and they kind of grew and they started blooming, but they've been so beautiful that I've just decided to leave them. Maybe they'll reseed themselves and we can have another crop later on this summer. Well, I got this far on getting the twine tied up. And then I ran out of twine. I guess I'm going to have to go back to the store and get some more. As you know, I ran the chickens in the garden last winter, and I do have to say I think it improved our soil a lot, because our tomatoes are bigger than they've ever been before at this time. And also, I haven't fertilized them at all. In fact, I think everything that I've got planted is doing really good this year. As of right now, the only thing I'm struggling with is weed control. I haven't exactly put in a lot of time keeping the weeds down because this year's just been kind of busy. The weather's been odd, and things just haven't worked out to where I could just spend a whole lot of time out here keeping the weeds down.